Have you ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels at work? You're busy, but you're not actually getting anywhere? Well, today we're going to break down a really powerful framework for making progress feel intentional, not just accidental. Let's get into it. So let's start with a question that I think is going to hit close to home for a lot of us. You and your team are busy. There's no doubt about that. But are you actually moving toward a clear goal? Or does it feel like you're just caught in this constant whirlwind of tasks, meetings, and just putting out one fire after another? Yeah, that feeling of being busy but not really productive, it usually starts in a place we're going to call the chaos. So let's take a closer look at what that actually feels like. The source material for this whole explainer kicks off with this really powerful wish, and it just captures that deep universal desire we all have, right? To escape that feeling of being professionally lost, of just treading water with no clear destination in sight. And here's what that chaos is made of. It's this tangled mess of overwhelming complexity. Then you pile on all these distracting details and constant ambiguity. In an environment like that, it's pretty much impossible to even see a clear target, let alone move towards it as a team. So, the big question is, how do we get out of that chaos? Well, it all starts with a single, really foundational insight. Let's unpack that right now. And here it is. This is the key. Intentional, meaningful progress. It's cultivated. It's designed. It's not something you just stumble upon by chance while you're wandering around in that fog. So this lays out the two paths in front of us. We can stay on that accidental path, where any progress you make feels like it's just pure luck. Or we can make a conscious decision to choose a human-centered path, one that's built on clarity, direction, and real collaboration. And that simple shift, it transforms progress from a matter of chance into a matter of choice. Now, the absolute foundation of this better path is having a shared purpose. This is the big idea. Think of it like a giant, powerful spotlight that just cuts through all that chaos we were talking about, and it shines on the one target that the entire team is working towards. It's the unifying force that turns a bunch of individuals into a real collaborative team. Okay, so let's get practical. How do we take that big idea of a shared purpose and turn it into real, concrete, human-centered action? How do we actually start building that better path? The source gives us these 5 critical actions. First, obviously, you define that shared purpose, but then it adds these other crucial layers, like valuing different perspectives to get real innovation, maintaining consistency to build trust and momentum, using tools to support your people, not just track them, and then, this is a big one, ensuring the workload is balanced so the whole thing is actually sustainable. And what's so powerful here is the simplicity. All of those different actions, all 5 of those steps, they all serve one primary overarching goal. And this, right here, is why it all matters so much. It's about getting incredible results without completely burning out the very people who are responsible for them. It's about building a system where the work and the workers can both, actually thrive. Okay, so when you consistently take these actions, what happens? Well, the outcome isn't just progress. It's something way more profound. It's what you'd call meaningful growth. And here is the key realization in this entire framework. Goals are essential, of course, right? They set the direction. But it's the people, their energy, their collaboration, their well-being that provide the momentum and the meaning that actually gets you to the finish line. You could say one is the map, but the other, that's the engine. This visualizes that idea perfectly. Look at it. Just setting goals, that gets you part of the way there for sure. But when you combine those goals with a real focus on people and a deep commitment to clarity, you create this powerful multiplier effect. And that is what drives the truly transformative, positive shifts that we're all looking for. And the result of all this is a work environment that just delivers on every single front. You're not just hitting your targets anymore. You're fostering genuine well-being. You're building deep trust in the process. And you're achieving a level of success that, honestly, often goes way beyond what you even thought was possible. This is the true antidote to that chaos we started with. So what's the big takeaway here? And maybe more importantly, how can you start walking down this path yourself? Let's bring this all together. And we're going to end on this final thought. Moving from that accidental, chaotic path to an intentional, human-centered one, it doesn't require some massive revolution overnight. It starts with a single step, one small, deliberate change. So the real question for you is, what's yours going to be?